I'm talking about River Runs Through It. And guys, I have to say, you probably want to check out this drama because it's one of the cutest summer-based, high school-based, university-based, life-based Chinese drama that you could possibly watch. It's raining. It's raining. As you could possibly watch right now, and I think even though I'm a little 2 years late to it, you can still check it out. I think it's a pretty dope drama. So, A River Runs Through It, starring Wang Chang, who starred as a main lead, Lu Shiyi. And we also have our second male lead, Chen Bo Hao, who starred as Cheng Lang. I think that's how to pronounce it. And then we have our female lead, Hu Yishuan, who starred as our female lead, Shiyi Xiaoju. I think I'm pronouncing these names wrong. Who is our female lead. And then we also have supporting roles such as Shiyi and Xiaoju, who starred as Ling Yao. We have Zhang Shuojun, who starred as Shu Weitao, who they call Tao. And then we also have Tan Xuan, who starred as Huang Jun. And so, what is this drama about? Why am I sitting here talking about it on Saturday afternoon? Because I love Asian dramas. That's why I'm sitting here talking about it on Saturday afternoon. I'm sharing what I love, and it's still Asian dramas. I think it's always gonna be Asian dramas. And so, yeah, that's basically the cast. So, A River Runs Through It. Basically, it's about a girl who moved to a new town, and she transferred schools. And when she transferred schools, she met her first love, probably her first crush, or the first person who she felt so hard for. But she also met someone who was like an annoying brother figure in her life. I mean, annoying, just annoying. Think of it like that. And so, we're gonna just call the cast by their name now in the show. Xiaoju fell in love with Cheng Lang when she moved to this new neighborhood. And she had to transfer schools. And when she transferred school, her grades were really bad because she had to try and catch up to the level of the school that she just moved to. And so that was hard for her. What made it harder for her was Lu Shiyi. Lu Shiyi was like, he's the main male lead in this show. He just turned out to be a menace to her. I mean, from day one. But if you watch this show already, or if you're going to watch this show, you're going to find out that the first time that they actually met, Xiaoju and Lu Shiyi, their meeting was a little bit painful. And I think she may have started off their relationship with a painful meeting just because of an accident. And so I think just because of that accident, Lu Shiyi actually said, you know what, maybe I'm just gonna pester you for the rest of your life. I'm just gonna pester you for the rest of your life and make your life harder than it already is. And that's how their relationship started. So when she moved to that new school, she met Lu Shiyi, Xiaoju met Lu Shiyi, and she met Cheng Lang. She also met Tao, and she met Bao Shang. And really this drama is all about that whole crew of friends, not a very large crew, but just a crew of friends who was in high school, and it just tells about their high school lives. And one thing about this show is that I liked the transition of this show. This show is a very you, it's 36 episodes, so 45 minutes. You can binge it in about a week or 3 days if you want to. And just keep in mind, though, if you're gonna watch the show, this is one of the slowest slow burn shows I've ever watched. I mean, I thought the main cast, I thought the main leads was never gonna end up together. Never, ever, ever gonna end up together. That's how long it took. That's how long it legit took for Lu Shiyi and Xiaoju to actually get in a relationship where they were actually serious. And even by the end, the very last episode, the very last few minutes, even then, I was like, did this show just string me along, string me along for 36 episodes, 45 minutes and more for this? But it was a beautiful show. It was a beautiful show. I mean, this show circles around friendship. I think one thing about this show is that the friendship bond in this show is very strong. Like, sheesh. I mean, this drama is this show's been friendship based. You also have some comedy. Let me tell you something. Lu Shi, I really liked his character. I mean, if you want annoying but cute, annoying again, still cute, that's Lu Shi in one character. That's just the two words you could use for him. And I thought that Lu Shi and Xiaoju had a really great relationship. Even though they started off as enemies and became friends, then best friends, and they became they had this really deep connection as best friends, and then they finally became lovers. They went from best friends to best friends with a very deep connection, and then they became lovers, which is something I've never seen on a show before. Which is why I said that this is a very slow burn romantic show, and then it was very paced, and it sometimes had a very long pace before getting to where you probably want the main couple to be. But that's legit. Xiaoju and Lu Shi's relationship. Oh my god! Even though it was slow at some points, trust me, it was really nice. It was really nice. I really enjoyed this show. The thing about this show was Lu Shi first saw Xiaoju as just a girl he could pester, and then he became friends with her. And then when he became friends with her, they sort of developed this deep connection. And then that deep connection made Lu Shi realize, oh, I fell for this girl, I didn't even know it. Now Xiaoju, on the other hand, she's in love with Cheng Lang. Cheng Lang is Lu Shi's best friend. They grew up together, like they've just been together for a long time. But she felt that the best friend, she didn't fall for him. And this girl, let me tell you about this show. In this show, one thing, when they moved on from high school to college, you could have seen the transition. You could have seen the difference because it was in the way they act. Xiaoju loved Cheng Lang for a very long time, like a very long time. And even after the very last episode, I was like, I wonder if this girl ever gonna notice like this jewel beside her. Like, well, maybe not a jewel, maybe it was more. It was so much more than that. But this like, you know when people have first love, then they eventually get over it. No man, this girl with hair, and she wasn't getting over this for nothing. I'm like, at some point, she tried to confess, but then Lin Yao popped up. Cheng Lang, I don't know when Cheng Lang knew, or how long Cheng Lang knew that Xiaoju liked him. It was very vague, but the reveal scene for when Cheng Lang finally revealed to Xiaoju that he knew that she had that certain affection towards him, that she liked him, was more towards the very end of the episodes, the end of the season. And I was like, hold on, for how long did Cheng Lang do? They never kind of revealed that. And so, I don't know how he knew, but that was one of my favorite episodes. That was one of my favorite episodes, just to reveal, because I was like, is Cheng Lang ever going to find out that this girl actually like him? Like, is she ever going to tell Cheng Lang that she likes him? That's something about this show. You know those shows where it's first love, right? And at some point, the person just finds out, or you tell them, or someone spills the beans. That didn't happen in this show. It was like passive aggressive, but not the bad one. Kind of like the good one, if there is one. It was like, maybe that's the wrong term. Cheng Lang never once did Cheng Lang give away the idea or the thought that he knew Xiaoju liked him until the very end. Xiaoju never confessed. She tried to confess. She legit confessed to Lu Shiyi, thinking he was Cheng Lang. And Lu Shiyi at the time he's like, what? At the time he's friends with her. I think when she did that confession, that's when Lu Shiyi started to realize, oh, maybe I'm not just, annoying Xiaoju just because I like to see her annoyed. Maybe I'm annoying her because it's maybe something wrong. So that's kind of when he started to delve into his feelings to figure out, do I like this girl, do I not like her? But there's something about this show that kind of struck me that was a little bit different, was just the fact that when you like someone, eventually they found out. But that wasn't the case at all in this show. They went to the very end, they never found out. And it was like it didn't matter if he found her or not, kind of. Because Cheng Lang did like a girl called Lin Yao. Except Lin Yao had a boyfriend. And so Cheng Lang first love just kind of collapsed, really. So here you have a girl who's been liking him for years and years and years and years and years. And he knew that when? I don't really know. But he liked her as a friend. And then too, when you like someone, your friends, and you like someone, and then they just found that you like them, and there's this awkward phase where you can't be friends anymore. You have to step back. You can't hang around this person because it's not going to work anymore. Because now you're thinking about this person this way. That didn't happen at all in this show. It was like, oh, I found that you like me. Oh, okay. But it's not going to get awkward. We're still going to be friends because I like you as a person. Even though you had these certain feelings towards me, that doesn't mean I have to stop liking you as a person. I actually see you as a great friend. I know you are a great friend. And I think we can still be good friends despite your feelings because I feel that's the person that you are. It was kind of like that between Cheng Lang and Xiaoju when he finally revealed to her or disclosed to her, oh, I know that you liked me or that you were sending these letters to me. And it's not that I don't like you. It wasn't even that moment where I knew you liked me, but sorry, I don't like you. It was the moment that Cheng Lang told Xiaoju, I know you liked me. And thanks. Thanks all this time for the support. Thanks all this time for cheering me on behind the scenes and face to face. That was literally what he said in words. And I was like, the world would be a better place if some people was like this when confessing. Because, yeah, that person likes you, but in a way you kind of technically don't hurt them. You just kind of, it's not to say to sugarcoat either, Just the way you speak to people. There's a way you speak to people that could come out really nice. You never have to hurt them. And, the moment could just pass and it'll be fine. Time heals. And so that was something in the show that was shocking. Like, just how the confessions were made, how the confessions were revealed. Also, one thing in this show that you guys may like is just This show hit so much things in so little episodes. It was powerful. One, it hit Shiyi and Xiaoju's relationship. I don't even think the way these two acted on each other, you would have swear I think they was dating. Like I was watching episode 21, 22, 23, 24, and there's no confession really until the latter episode between the main leads, Xiaoju and Lu Shiyi. And I'm watching in the episodes in 20 and 15, 16, 17, those episodes, and let me tell you something. It's like they were already dating, except that they were the only ones who didn't know they were dating. I didn't get that. That was powerful. Like the way they actually presented their relationship. You know, like how directors in the show, they start off with this male and female couple, mainly couple, and then they go become friends, so they be enemies and they be friends, and then they become a couple, or they be friends for a long time, then they become a couple, or somewhere they just become a couple, and then you know when there's a couple because someone either say confess, I like you, I like you too, and then it becomes a couple. No. In this show, it was we're enemies, we're friends, we're best friends who act like a couple. What? And then the best friends became best friends for the deep connection. We further acting like a couple, but we're not dating. But we're acting like a couple. That was what that was Xiaoju and Lu Shiyi's relationship. Another relationship in the show that it hit powerful was Xiaoju's friend Tao Tao. Tao Tao liked this bad boy, right? And she confessed to him, right? And he agreed to date her, right? And it was good, it was okay, it went well. And then there's this girl on the other side, I think her name was Meng Lu, who came in the picture. And what happened was, he didn't get kind of sidetracked from Tao Tao. Huang Jin didn't. That was Tao Tao's boyfriend, the bad boy. With their relationship, if she did the confession, the girl and she did the confession. He agreed to date the girl, but then another girl came in the picture and it looked like his head got turned, and then that was basically their relationship. The moment he turned his head to look at another girl, or he wasn't careful enough to actually be careful how he interacted with other girls, knowing he had a girlfriend, that's when the relationship collapsed. And that was something to think about, because relationships are so intense, fragile, in that you do one thing and you might lose the person who was really good for you. And that's what Hong Jin and Tao Tao's relationship was about. The main male lead's friends. So that relationship shows that if you end up with someone, you have to be careful about how you keep other friends. And then also know when your partner, because if Hong Jin didn't know that, maybe Tao Tao is going to get a little insecure with him talking about the girls, being around the girls, know your partner, And so some of these things, you know how to kind of dodge around. But bottom line, he lost an amazing girl. The show made it seem. And he became just this artist and a singer who was famous. But he came to her wedding at the end of the day. But he wasn't the man standing next to this amazing girl. He just lost her. And so that was that. Even though the show was like, small, maybe not a lot of people know about it, it had some really great messages. It really, really did. And so another message was between Cheng Lang, the main female lead crush, and Lin Yao. Lin Yao had a boyfriend. Cheng Lang, who was the second male lead in the show, was in love for the first time with this girl called Lin Yao. Lin Yao had a boyfriend, and so when Linya's boyfriend dropped her because he just upped and left and they was together for so long. Linya, she was like the campus belle. She was very beautiful, so it made sense that Cheng Lang himself fell for her, you know. And so when Cheng Lang confessed to his first love, who was Lin Yao, we found out she had a boyfriend, and then her and her boyfriend broke up. So we thought, oh, here I have a chance. And yes, Lin Yao and Cheng Lang did date. He dated a girl that he wanted and desired and liked so much, and she most likely did become his first love. He dated her for 3 years, but when the secret behind why Lin Yao's ex-boyfriend broke up with her came back, Lin Yao made a mistake in that she hesitated before going to Cheng Lang, and she hesitated when it came to her ex. And so that was a powerful story, because when you think you over someone and then you get into a relationship and you realize, oh, I'm not over with someone, and they kind of just pop back up after a couple of years. Ooh, brutal. It was brutal for Cheng Lang because he had to let it go. That's the love where he had to let go. You understand? And so that was also a powerful love story. And the thing about Lin Yao was she didn't even end up with an ex. Years later on, when they transitioned from university to real life and working, she got married to this foreigner. And Cheng Lang saw her from afar. He went to go to her, but then he saw that, oh, this is her husband beside her, and then she just walked away. And so Cheng Lang lost his first love. The bad boy lost his first love. But what surprised me was Cheng Lang didn't end up with a girl that he liked. He really lost his first love. And then his first love was a girl, she was the campus belle. But her character to me was confusing. I was like, I'm so surprised that Cheng Lang didn't end up with Lin Yao. Lin Yao actually didn't end up with an ex-boyfriend who she left Cheng Lang for. Instead she ended up with someone else found in the future. That just proves to me this Chinese drama, or we run through it, it have really powerful messages. Listen to me. If you just need to know anything about relationships, you can check out this drama. It gives you insight, and honestly, there's something about receiving knowledge, letting it sit, and just doing nothing with it. You either receive knowledge and do something with it, at the end of the day, because don't ever waste something that you learn, And so I learned a lot from this show. It's a Chinese show set in a small town. I really love the theme song of it. I liked the transitions in this show. They were beautiful transitions. Just the certain phases in life that you go through, it showed it so well. And so that's what I like about the show. The relationships, the messages I got from the relationships. Trust me, you can learn so much from anything. And this show you can learn a lot from. Also, even ventured into dreams. When we go to college and then or when we're in high school, then we go to college and we're like, what are we gonna do? Whatever we're gonna do is just gonna affect the rest of our life, who knows how long. And so it kind of ventured into that dreams, finishing high school, trying to figure out what am I gonna do with my life now, being in university, taking up a degree, and then realizing, oh, I've been in this discipline for about 2 years, and now I've realized what I really want to do. So I have to come out of this and go into another new degree or new discipline to pursue what I really want to pursue. So it touched on things as well as that. Dreams, know what you want to do in life. And if you ever come to the point where you figure it out, do take the course, do change, take the new path, even though it could be a little bit scary. And then this show ventured from college into the work field, but the work field was very little displayed. I think most of the show was about university life, kind of the things that happen in university life, and that was nice to watch. And I have to say, I love Chinese dramas. This was a really good one for me. I enjoyed it a lot, a lot, a lot. It was it was a good show. I enjoyed this one. Um, that's basically it for this episode. Go ahead, check it out. If you already checked it out, let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts toward it. Let me know if you actually learned anything from that drama like I did. Or if you even learned something from what I said in this in this episode. Thank you guys so much for stopping back, coming back to my channel, for stopping by. I appreciate it so much.